Kat, it's all good. That's the crazy man I've been telling you about.
Wizard? I'm about to go hocus pocus and start whooping some...
Kat, relax. This the wizard. You know the wizard from Uncle Don's Exotic Interludes. So, Mr. Wizard, what you doing here?
I came to introduce you to a world of fantasy, seduction, and forbidden pleasures. An adult game of chance, risk, and sexual innuendo.
Why your voice all funny like that?
That's an audio effect that makes me a lot more interesting. Now, if you don't mind, I'd like to continue.
Yeah, babes, let's get started.
The game starts with a tantalizing graphical display of intriguing mystique and a magical game board. While the game can accommodate up to 8 players, it can also offer great excitement for as little as 2 players. Let's meet the game pieces. Now, let's take a look at the game board. And his or her gameplay cards. And let's not forget about the stripper cards. Now that you've seen what Exotic Interludes is all about, I bet you're wondering how to bring it all together and how the game is played. Exotic Interludes was specifically designed to bring about laughter, intrigue, and to remove any sense of awkwardness for all players to enjoy the game. One of the unique things about Exotic Interludes is it enables the players to choose how it is going to be played. It can be played conservatively or downright raunchy. With 100 game cards to choose from, it is recommended that cards be removed to fit the exact style of play that is desired. Another benefit of this game is that it can be played over and over while maintaining an exciting yet different experience each time. Shall we get started?
Yeah, babes, let's get started.
Continue.
Thanks, guys. The objective of the game is to keep the wizard from taking your clothes and your money. You start by passing down $2,000 to each player. The host is usually the designated banker and responsible for the intensity of the gameplay. Each player can then choose an exotic token to represent him or her and their travel around the board, and is provided with a set of undressing cards matching his or her gender. Each player will then roll the die, and the closest to 1 goes first. You must complete a full travel around the board prior to purchasing any property. After that, players landing upon any unclaimed property may purchase that property from the bank. Players landing upon a draw card space must draw a card from their specific pile.
So what's all this got to do with the wizard?
Well, Kat, my involvement in the game is to take your clothes and your money. I am also here to make sure that you have a great time, and you can blame me for any of your naughty behavior.
See, babe, I told you not to mess with the wizard.
Let's talk a little about the property. Once you buy a property, you can collect rent from other players for landing on the space. However, you can also barter.
You mean I can tell him to strip down buck naked?
So that's how it's going to be, James is?
Yeah, that's right.
It is between you and the player to work out the details.
So what's all about these stripper cards?
Good question, Kat. The stripper cards are just that. Stripper cards that were designed to invoke thoughts of a passion and sexual exploration.
Damn, I got me some passion right down here for this, shorty.
Jesus, I'm about to punch you in the...
Moving right along, let's move on to the his or her cards. These cards contain various penalties, directives, surprises, games, contests, property taxes, and various questions about sexuality specific to one's gender. When a player draws a card, they will read the card out loud to all the players and carry out any given instructions on the card. A good suggestion when you're playing multiple players is to designate one person to perform all the reading.
You must be talking about James's because his dumb ass can't read.
I'll read the inside tag on my sneaker when it's hanging out your ass.
Last but not least, I would like to talk about the wild cards. There are 10 wild cards divided into 5 each for each separate gender pile. Upon drawing a wild fantasy card, the player has the opportunity to use his or her imagination and use that card for whatever is desired based on the discretion of all players.
Are you done, Cracker Wizard? Because I want to play a game of Uncle Don's Exotic Interludes.
That's what I'm talking about.
Until next time.